20146 is your SMS line at Metropole TVKE across all your social media platforms. Hashtag Business AM. You can talk to us live into the studio. All right, let's move into the sector trends officially, that is. All right, now today we start on the basis of Kenyan music. We pose the question, what is good music? How do Kenyan musicians make money, and does Kenyan music pay? All right, now to paint a picture for us and for us to know how things are exactly in this scene, we are joined by Paul RODNEY OMONDI, popularly known as RODO or Big Boy RODO, who is an hip-hop musician and majorly sings concerts and gospel music in the country. RODO.
Yes.
Happy to have you around, man.
Happy to. Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
I just want us to go so simple today. I mean, I just want to know, let's have a truthful conversation.
Yes.
Music, and especially Kenyan music.
Yes.
Are we there? I mean, let me start from that note.
We are there. We are on our way there.
Yes.
So everything takes time, but we are slowly and gradually getting there.
Yes.
Yes, that's what I would say.
In terms of making money.
Yeah.
There was this. I mean, we're still there, I would say, and you're going to tell me whether I'm right or wrong.
Yeah.
People would ask you, other than music, what do you do? Is that still the thing?
That's key. You know, I'll tell you for a fact, there's no class A musician or celebrity that strictly does music only. Let's start from there.
Is that, wait, Rodo, I mean, we're going to get it clear though.
Yeah.
Is that just here or outside?
It's all over. Actually, it's more outside than even here in Kenya.
Yes.
Every musician, every artist, let's just say in the entertainment industry, somebody has to have an extra. So for Nairobi specifically, there's a saying that an average millionaire has 7 side hustles. You understand? So for you to make it, you should start with at least 3. So aside from music, there are other businesses and other sources of, putting food on the table, activities that somebody has to do.
You gotta say that's a very important element. So we should run away from the fact that maybe I should have asked Rodo like this. Yeah?
Yeah.
Can you just do music? And say that, well, for me, it's just about music.
It's possible. But it's not that lucrative.
Yes.
That's what I would say. It is possible to just do music and survive on it, but it's not that lucrative. If you want to, achieve more, spread your wings and discover more, you have to do more other than just music.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Now, let's come here locally, brother, and we're going to listen to your piece in just a couple of seconds. But just before we get there, gospel music.
Yeah.
Is that what is selling in the country? I mean, somebody might ask you that, because we've seen exactly what the trend is. Yeah. People start from secular, they go to gospel. People move from secular, they go to gospel. Yeah. Is that what the Kenyan culture accepts? I would like ask you, majority? Yeah. Is that what we accept?
So 2 things.
Yes.
You see, when you talk about music, you have to give what is inside.
Yes.
So I'd share with you 2 personalities. There's a personality that, for example, I was born in a Christian family. You have the religious background. You know God, you love God, you're faithful, you're saved, etc. and all that. But then again, there's another second personality where you have to dance to the tune of what people want to listen to. You understand?
Okay.
I'm not saying secular. I'm saying there's good music that doesn't have to be necessarily gospel, but it's sweet music that would give you a mileage as well. So it's like a coin. There's 2 sides of the coin in the industry. So you have to try and balance both and still remain relevant and have your relationship with God.
I gotta stick to that though, Rodo, because that's where the conversation comes.
Yeah.
Even when it comes to making your money, I would like to think that even when you get endorsed for events and all that,
yes.
You gotta be clear. You gotta. It's not gonna be either hot or cold. It has to be hot and cold. Then there has to be that distinction. Yeah. Is that where the marketing now comes in? Is that you gotta appeal to both? Is that you got to appeal to both, whether you like it or not?
You have to appeal to both. What you have to be clear about is your music. Is your music good or not? You see, whether you do gospel, Yashinsky did some few gospel tracks.
Yes.
He's also doing some few conscious tracks, you know? So what is clear is that his music is okay, it's good and people love it.
Yes.
Same thing, I would do some really, really good gospel tracks. In fact, my first song that got the highest views on every platform was gospel.
Yes.
And then I'm also doing conscious music. It's not secular, conscious music. So there's a difference.
There's a difference, isn't it? I think that therefore begs for us to listen to just a couple seconds of your track. And I would like to ask you what conscious music is, because that's a new genre for me. And after that, we come back and talk about it shortly. All right, so that's exactly what you look like when you're doing it. RODO, talk to me.
Yeah.
What is conscious music?
So there's so many definitions, but I would say conscious music is not gospel, not secular, but is type of music that opens your mind.
Yes.
You know, you become, from the word conscious itself, you become conscious of the environment, of the people you associate with, of your family. You become conscious of even not to engage in sin or engage in other negative vices in the society, you know. So, like, for example, the latest track that I released called Heshma,
yes,
it's a conscious concept because it gives somebody a self-actualization mentality.
Yes.
So that in everything you do, whether in your hustle, whether you're relating with people in your work, in your family, etc., you have that self-respect, self-consciousness. It's a vibe that, it's a positive vibe for us to get. You know, if you hit it, if I hit it straight, this is gospel, some people might shy away. So I try to blend it to be conscious so that people might relate. Okay, what is he saying? And then if you listen keenly, I have to mention I have to suggest some gospel in it.
Yes.
So I think that's my strategy to get people on board as well.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right, RODO, let's go back to when you decided, therefore, that I wanted to do music for a living, and I really wanted to do it on a commercial perspective, not as a hobby, that I want to make something out of it.
Yeah.
When did it start?
It's not really hard to put a date.
A timeline on it.
Yeah. Because music, I've been doing music since time immemorial, since I was a kid.
Yes.
When I was young, I used to perform in churches. I used to rap. I used to be in a dance actually group back in Kisumu.
Yes.
Yeah. So I used to perform in church. I used to perform in festivals, cultural festivals. You know, and even in our school, I was in Kisumu Boys.
Yes.
I remember the first event that I also performed very well was an event sponsored by GBS Music Festival, where I wooed the crowd so much and all that.
Yes.
So it's been a good journey, but when I actively started to do it commercially was I think 2013, I would say.
Yes.
2013, 14, 15, because I was also in Kenyan University. So immediately after also finishing my campus, so now I hit the road.
Yes.
Started doing it commercially, and it's good. It's good. I love it because it comes from within. It's something I've always done. Yani, I'm not forcing it. I just flow with it. I like it. Yani.
Yes.
So music, it's inborn. It's internal. Yani.
Yes.
I can't avoid it. I can't stop it. I just love music.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Now let me tell you exactly how you artists have been blamed. Especially in the country. And RODO, you have to confirm this to me and be very clear to me on that as well. Is that you want to do everything. Is that RODO, you're writing your music, you want to produce that music, you want to market that music, you're the one who's looking for your event, you're the one who's online and it's talking to promoters and all that.
Okay.
As opposed to RODO just doing the music. Like what you have a talent in is just music. So you leave the other aspect of your commercial business to the people who are also good at that. Do you feel that that is where we are lacking as an economy, especially, as an industry as well, especially when it comes to this entertainment business, that we want to do everything? And I want to ask you from this perspective as well, who have you surrounded yourself with? So that now you can actually say, well, where's the money? As opposed to asking yourself, why am I not making money?
Exactly.
Yes.
Two ways to go about it. First of all, you might not be talented in just one area.
Yes.
So you might be good in music. You also did a course in videography.
Yes.
You know, so you might want to implement that skill. That's why there's some who can even shoot the video for themselves.
Yes.
There's some who can even edit for themselves. Some did maybe some other short courses in marketing, etc.
Yes.
So it's a multifaceted industry.
Yes.
So if somebody wants to, you know, expand and try to get all the resources by himself, I don't know why we should stop or judge them.
Is that is it judging, Bodo? Would you call it judging, or would you say that the ABCDs of that business that you can't run away from whether you like it or not? That when it comes to marketing, you gotta leave it to the marketing people. When it comes to proper videography, you gotta leave it to the videography people. When it comes to writing even that music, you gotta leave it to somebody who can write that music for you.
Makes sense.
Yes.
Very true. You can't be a jack of all trades per se.
But if and especially when it comes to doing it. Until removing something out of yourself by doing everything.
Very true, but of late there's been so many scandals in labels. Unless you get a stable label that they have like a manager, and then there's a marketing team, a publicist, etc. and all that, you might want to try to do it all by yourself. And then another thing, for up and rising musicians, it might be a little bit costly.
I see.
If you get a PR team, marketing team, you get someone who's looking for shows for you and events, and you want to all of them to bring them all on board. Of course, you have to give them something for them, you know. So for an up and rising artist, it might be hard. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
It might be hard for them to sort of afford. And then at the same time, you're also supposed to shoot your video. You're also supposed to, you know, dress well, go book a venue. It's extremely expensive.
Yes.
So that's why you might find some just doing it, preferring to do it, maybe one or two people. And then to answer you on who I surround myself with, I have a team. Fortunately enough, I have a team of managers and marketers as well. So they're the ones who sort of take care of me when I have a lot on my table as well.
Yes.
Yeah. So we grind together and then we eat together.
Isn't it? That's exactly the way it's supposed to be, isn't it? All right, but talk to me about how you've, you know, people want to get into business. And so where should you start from? I mean, the guys who are very talented, you will meet them, and the first thing you will hear is, wow, man, it's so costly to do music and all that. Who's the first person that you should surround yourself with when you start in this journey? Because I know now you've got that experience, and you go like, well, for somebody who's starting, you have to start from here as you take your steps.
Well, it really depends on, so who you surround yourself with musically.
Yes.
It has to be someone that is on your line. There's somebody who, in every field, there's someone who's been there, who's done that, who's achieved whatever you want to achieve, for example.
Yes.
So we would start from there in a talent perspective. If you want to learn, if you want to grow, if you want to mature and sharpen your skills talent-wise, surround yourself with people that are in the same line as you are. Okay. Then in the business perspective, you have to think. Lazima kuwe mjanja, so to speak. You have to know who. First of all, you have to create rapport with somebody who you know might help you. For example, good videographers, good studio, you know, good photographers, good marketers. I mean, I wouldn't say it's. You might say it's luck for you to bump into somebody who might show you the way, or might okolea you in future.
Yes.
Yeah.
And is it possible for you to go out and say, I want a manager who can guide me in this area? Is it possible for you to get a manager? And are they there? Is it like, well, the managers who do this, so I got to approach them, and then they see my talent, and then they take me up and show me the in-roots in the industry?
Yeah, there are managers.
Yes.
Like I said, we might say it depends on luck.
Yes.
You might go in a show and perform, and then a manager spots you. Okay, it is way harder for you to ask a manager, can you manage me?
Can you manage me?
You understand? Because it would mean this manager would put their time, their resources, and everything of theirs onto you, and that means somebody has to believe and have faith in you.
Yes.
That we're gonna blow up pretty soon, and it's hard, but it's possible. But once you I would advise up and rising artists, just do your thing. These people will come. Just rap. Go for shows. Just go for interviews. Just do your thing. A manager will come by. If not, just do it yourself.
Yes.
There's so many people who started by themselves and they're making a killing out of that. Yeah.
Pretty much. I'm going to talk about where your music is and where you're headed. But just before that, I mean, 2020 happened. COVID.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, Bodo, you were used to going to events. I mean, the back you're making is, well, there's an event here that you got to go to church. There's a youth event, someone that you've been invited to go and present.
Yes.
But now, it happened, and all of a sudden, there was this shift. We got to be online. Yeah? Talk to me. How has your shift been?
It's been good. You know, the good thing about digital is because people access information easily. Yes. So even if you're launching your music, it's very easy to reach out to people. You can boost your promo ad. You can boost your video. You can always share around and all that.
Yes.
So it was a good shift and also a bad shift because the events, the night shows that we used to perform ETC were not there. But still again, we would reach out to so many people because everybody was now here, you know, on the phone. So it was easier to reach people at their hands.
Yes.
You know. Yeah, so we made some losses, we made some wins, but all in all, we grew.
Yes.
And also that time, I kid you not, so many artists wrote so many songs during that period of time. That's why there were so many songs released. Everybody's releasing an album. Will Ball, Kina Nyashinsky,
Yes.
Everybody. There's so many people who wrote songs. So it was good for us. That's what I would say. Because when, I kid you not, when things go, an artist is at his best when they are alone.
I see.
Okay?
I see.
So that's the time you can be as creative as possible. It was a good thing.
Yes, pretty much. And did we expect that your shift is going to be permanent? We're waiting for things to go back and then we go back to where we used to be.
I think we should go back to where we used to be because there's so many businesses that went down.
Yes.
I'm planning to launch some future projects that might need us to extend the night kidogo.
I see.
So I think we need to rethink our strategy.
Everybody has to, man. Everybody has to. All right, now. Back to you now.
Yeah.
Again, I will tell you what the word in the street, again, Bodo, is that our Kenyan artists would not specifically have an identity. And that's what they say. Yeah. Well, you listen to a Tanzanian artist, it won't take you a minute before you know this song is from Tanzania. You listen to a Ugandan song, it won't take you a minute before you know that this song is from Uganda. But come to Kenya, is that we are all over. And that's why that's why people say we've not sort of appreciated our audience. Like, our audience is not appreciated us. Do you share the same? And what sort of identity are you trying to create with your music?
I would say there's something called sound.
Yes.
If you hear any song from the West, you would definitely know this is from the West.
Yes.
There's a sound, there's a particular sound. Now, if you hear anything from let's say, for example, Tanzania here,
yes,
you'd know this from Tanzania because of their speech,
yes,
their Swahili, the way it's crisp, you know. The same way as Uganda, I would say, you'd hear some terms that are Ugandan-ish. Now, Kenya, unless it's not.
I like the way you're laughing.
Unless it's not, I think we would say Gengeton.
Yes.
Might be our own, but.
Did you appreciate Gengeton being our own?
I only have one problem with Gengeton.
Yes.
Its content doesn't have warranty.
I see.
And then 80% is vulgar and it's gross. Yeah, so
yeah.
So that's but I appreciate it's our own. At least it's given some youth jobs.
Yes.
You know, some mileage, and people have been able to put food on their table. But I appreciate it. Unless now they shift kidogo their content, just kidogo. There's some gongeton.
Yes.
The sound is. But you're right. I mean, when it comes to sound, it's really hard we don't have like a particular specific sound.
Yes.
And I think I also appreciate it because it gives us room to try a lot of different sound and cultures and try to mix them and come up with something beautiful, you know. But but I think if we blend in all these things together, from hip hop to genge to, you know, blues and bongo, there's a Kenyan flavor that there's this Kenyan flavor that is normally in every beat.
Yes.
There's a kapuka feel. There's no kapuka in South Africa. There's no gengeto in Namibia or US. So I think we're also defining ourselves. It will take kidogo time, but we're still there.
Yes.
We're still there.
All right, let's talk about your conscious music.
Yeah.
What is your creative process? Do you observe a lot? Would you say that it's going to be, if you observe the Kenyan society a lot, is your music going to sound like you're lamenting a lot and complaining a lot? Some artists have been told they cry a lot in their songs.
Well, you see, the society really reflects you. Ansama wasanii ni kioo cha jamii.
Yes.
So you have to. It's a challenge to us because first of all, you're supposed to reflect what people are feeling,
yes,
people are thinking, and people are saying. If you put that in music, that's being relevant.
Yes.
But then on the flip side, people want to feel good music. People want to dance because people are tired. People are frustrated. There's politics, there's, yes, poverty, there's unemployment, no roads. It's all messed up, you know. So in that same scenario, people want to feel good. They want something to calm them down, you know. So you have to make something that people can listen to and dance to it, you know, and feel good about it. So it's a challenge to our side. We have to also balance. That's why there's some songs like I did the Wajenga Nyinyi version,
yes,
for Kaka as well. I did my own rendition as well. I did Mad Society that I did last year.
Yes.
I was just trying to tell people how we are living in a mad society because there's even a line that I quoted that we live in a society where even stima ikinyesha, mvua ikinyesha lazima stima ipotee. Because that's Kenya, yani.
That's Kenya for you. So, you don't have to go far.
Yeah, so I'm trying to. And then the next song is a party song.
Yes.
You know, it's Heshma. And then there's Ting Badi Malo. So we normally try to juggle.
Yes.
Both ends so that we stay relevant.
Pretty much, Bodo, as we clear this conversation this morning,
yeah,
other than music, because you've said, well, you gotta be everywhere just to make that buck.
Yeah.
Where can we meet Bodo as well? And do you go by the name Bodo in the other areas as well?
RODO, Big Boy RODO. So my official name is, so where can they meet me? My handles or what?
Yes.
Big _ boy _ RODO.
Yes.
Cuts across all social media from Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, no mabazo tukwagi TikTok. So
yes.
yeah, so
I should have asked you that question though, because I mean
it's not for us.
When you say that, Bodo, really?
It's not for us.
Is it though? But it's been teamed as the best marketing for your music if you really want to hit.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't know why I did. I don't really agree with that, but
yes,
but I'll join if you say so.
But you need to.
I need to.
You need to. Yeah. And it's speaking trends and especially trends on music and all that. I might be wrong, man, but you need to look into that.
Are you in TikTok?
But well, I'm not there.
I got you. Yeah, I got you there. Yeah, so but I'll look into it. I think there's a way that you can sync it with the Instagram. Yeah. That you sync it and then the content just flips over the
sort of flips over the other side.
Yeah. So ask me what else I do apart from music.
Apart from music, yeah. Where can we meet you as well? Apart from music?
I'm into real estate.
Oh, okay. We need to have a conversation on that as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
2 to 3 years actually into real estate.
Yes.
So I appreciate. So and then I do music as well. What else do I do? I have some small businesses, pale mtaani, to make a living and
yes,
trying to be really relevant. Because Nairobi ni shamba la mawe. So to make, but you can get me in all social medias, big _ boy _ RODO, and then on my YouTube channel, please subscribe. It's called RODO, RODO. Subscribe. There's so much that's coming up. I have an EP launch in April.
Yes.
The 24th
yes,
April. There's an EP launch that we here in Michael Joseph Center, Westlands. There's a new tune I'm dropping in February, this end of February, the last weekend of February.
Yes.
Actually, 2 of them. And then in the course of the week, I also work, I forget to mention, I also work with Maono Africa.
Yes.
It's an NGO that supports the less fortunate in the society. And we're trying to, it's in Dandora. I work with a colleague called Ken.
Yes.
So we took it up. We are trying to support talents from sports to art to dance, you know, to music as well.
Time
So
to call me up, man. I can chime in as well.
Yeah,
exactly. It's art.
Yeah, exactly. So we're working with that as well. We also have a Smile Child organization.
Yes.
Where we, after like 1 or 2 months, we normally go out to the streets. We feed the street kids. We go to orphanages, you know, and these less fortunate institutions, and try to, you know, support and give back to the society. So it's not only just music. We do a lot of things that, with the management and all that, we try and promote ourselves and as well be relevant to the society.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Big boy, RODO.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming by, bro. I
Appreciate
appreciate it. All right. Now, look for him. I assure you, you're going to like it. Conscious music. All right. Let's take a break. Once we come back, your economic review this morning.
Hii ni special edition. Please listen to the end. Acha ni dive in. Dynasties in a rule population iko hopeless. Itabidi graduates wasome the book of jobs. Reason ni wako jobless. Na si hakuna dawa, uliza Esther Wahome. Ufala ni kugeuza rangi ya noti ndo uwizi wakome. Simlimok Miguna illegally alikuwa deported. The deep state ndo kusema you mentally mko deported. Ni juzi tu Waititu walikuwa reported, but kuna bail alipeana kakitu, your story kawa forgotten. Tumekuwa colonized mara 2 na reli, media ikachito nas na gava kutuonyesha uvundo kwa teli. Politician naoni mbele, labda yake pot belly. Laptop for school kids, buda walituchocha daily. Ama walimanisha for cool kids bana, tuambiani ukweli. Kuna msee anajiita hasla na bilioni za umma. Kuna umati itampa kura, yo story uniuma. By the way, talking about kura, tulishachukua huduma. Na si lazima uende shule, ndo afford lebo ya Puma. Sahi NYS ni cliche, tunajiuliza what next? Kani sports, trade, agriculture, watapora wapi next? Ma-MCA wote ni watriki. Na misi DJ baneza tell, his situation imekuwa sticky. Na ka Obama liritaya we ni nani? Hata Manu waliritaya ule nani? Na wako walifukuzwa stato.